think that when we are talking about daring to expand, there are two simultaneous pools. One is many people are indeed feeling this desire and this opening in their lives to expand into more spiritual understanding of what life is, more meaning and more fulfillment. This either comes as a natural unraveling or through traumas or hardships in their lives. So that's one direction. And I think there is another simultaneous direction which is coming from, I would say, our higher self or other dimensions which are also calling upon us. So we've got two pools which are working at the same time. This is why I say your higher self is calling you. We might think it's coming from us, but it is also coming from something higher, which is calling us to go towards it, to reach it, to become one with it, one with its potential. So I just want to talk a bit about some of my experiences I've had around ascending to our fullest expression of who we are as human beings. And I really don't want to sound naive or limited in my idea of what this means, because I'm very acutely aware that humanity is really evolving, and this evolution, we are really touching the tip at the moment, but who knows where humanity is going to be in even a few decades, let alone a few hundred years. But at the moment we are at that starting point. This summer I was part of a big event led by Dr. Joe Dispenza, who is a neuroscientist, and we did lots of very powerful meditations where we go into various brain wavelengths, including high gamma, which are very high frequencies of unity and coherence in the brain and in the heart. And in those states, which are nothing extraordinary, they are just normal states we can access when we reach stillness, we allow our breath to be active, and we go into a heart-centered place, then a different potential of who we are emerges. And for me, it was very much to be in contact with beings of light, and beings of other dimensions, and beings of gold as well. It's not just beings of white light, but I also saw beings of a light of gold. And when we are in contact with such dimensions, I am not the only one by far, everybody will say that where we are is very high and deep frequencies of love. That love is so powerful that it makes you actually cry, because you're deeply transformed, you're deeply moved, you have this sense that you're finally coming home, and home is that pull again that's pulling you towards something that's so much deeper of who we can be as the human race on this planet. So yes, the first reaction is deep tears, deep moving. For me, it was also moving my body physically. I was physically moved by that force of love. Several months down the line, I can also see how this interaction, this expansion with higher realms of light and energy and love and compassion is really carrying on, evolving me as who I am in my daily life, because of course I have my daily life like everybody else in mainstream society, but yes, I can say I have much more passion for my life. I feel much more heart-centered, so I have a better relationship with people, starting with my own daughter. My health has greatly increased. I have more fun. I'm taking life seriously, of course, because it is important, but there is also a massive amount of being playful with my life. So because I'm playful with my life, I'm enjoying it more. And that for me is the invitation of daring to expand into our full potentiality, and that might indeed take generations and generations of people and several decades or centuries for us to do that, but we have to start now in our own lives to be willing to expand. I also want to highlight the fact that everybody is going to find their own unique way to expand. Some people it's going to be by spending lots of time with nature. For some it's to be more creative. For some it's going to be slowing down, so moving from like a full-time job to a part-time job. There is no way or not one way of doing it. So my invitation is for you to find and create your own way into your expansion, into your fullness.